Hey everyone, Key of W with Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. I have a question for today. Is cereal a sandwich? Discuss. Alright, where are we? Here. So, in this video, we're going to be heading into Hextile M. I'm continuing along towards the Spirit Forge. There's not going to be a new skill in here because we already got the True Colors quite a while ago. But skills-wise, I think... I think I want to get fusion up a few more points again. I think we'll be able to do that. This should go up to 24, just because that's the next level of the gem combination cost going down. Actually, at level 24 is the first time our grade 5 gems will cost under 2,000. Huge milestone. I know everyone was waiting for that, but that'll probably happen today. I also want to get masonry up. So right now, I've bumped it up to 11, but we had been sitting at 10 for a while, and that was doing just fine for us because, you know, it just made our towers and stuff really, really cheap. But if we bump it up a little further, you'll notice, like, at level 11, we have an 88% reduction in building cost. That means at this rate, we'll very soon go over 100% in reduction, which sounds like it's impossible, but it's not. The way this game handles it is like it tracks the cost of the first building, and then it just adds a set amount every time you build something. And it depends on the building. Every time you build a tower, the tower cost goes up by 30. Every time you build a trap, the trap cost goes up by 24. Walls go up by 1. Amplifiers, which we've only been able to build in one level so far, those go up by 240. So if we were to increase, let's just say we do something like this, we're above 100%. That means the cost is going to be in the negatives. Now, if the cost is negative, we are not going to receive mana for building something. The game is just going to say it's free, but it's still going to track how far into the negatives the cost is. So, for instance, on towers, if the cost is less than or is equal to negative 30 or less, that means after building a tower, the cost will still be 0 or less because it will increase by 30. Which means if we were to increase this like to a ridiculous amount, we'll have multiple free buildings. So for instance, if a tower cost negative 100, that's the first tower. The second tower costs negative 70. Both of these will be free. We don't get mana. Then it'll be negative 40. Then negative 10. So that'd be 4 free towers, and then the 5th tower would only cost 20 mana. So that's the idea behind raising this. So I'm going to see about getting this to 13, because that's the first level that'll give us 1 free tower and 1 free trap. I think 2 free walls, because the first wall will be negative 1, and then it'll be 0. You know what? Doesn't matter. Walls are not the thing I'm worried about. But getting a free tower and trap every level will be nice, because we're definitely building more of those now. Speaking of traps, if I have some leftover skill points, let's start putting them into some more traps here. Get this up a couple levels and maybe something in these gem skills. We'll see. I think I can do quite a bit with this. So let's jump into M2, shall we? I think we're ready to go. We're going to stay on the looming difficulty right now. We will eventually bump that up, but not quite yet. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, now here's a wide open space. So we definitely want to constrict this a bit. But since there's technically only one entrance here, the enemies are actually going to only come from one spot, which is kind of funny. Like, it's just going to be one line of enemies. Now, if I want to make a wall, it looks like the best spots are going to be here and here. That's the fewest amount of walls to funnel enemies through there. I'm going to put a tower here. Let's drop. They already gave us a mix of orange-purple, which is fine. What I want to do is bring enemies up and then have them kind of do a little bit of a dance up here. So what I'm going to do is bring a tower there. And then over here. So that's the distance they got to go. Then let's put the other gem there. Let's also do purple-blue. Let's throw a little bit of slowing on them as well as they're coming around this corner. And then let's put a tower here, walls, walls, another one of those. So that's the little maze, labyrinth, whatever they got to go through here. We can make this longer, but for now that should be enough. Enemies are going to come from here, and let's make sure they go through this spot. So let's put a tower, and this is going to be our mana gem. And there. That's the spot they got to go through, which means I can also put a trap, and I'll have our first poison trap. Cool. I think that's the base setup, and let's level some of these gems up. Let's get something to at least level 4 to handle the enemies. Ooh, let's enrage the waves, because I like to live on the edge. Let's get a few more of these. Okay, that's about as far as anything is going to go. Let's begin. And now it's just going to be easy road. Actually, this hex tile M, the levels I'm doing here, are almost uniformly easier than the levels we've done in the past couple videos for some reason. So we're actually going to cruise through these. You just kind of run. I should probably start upgrading some of the gems. Let's just make sure we have a nice high level gem there. And then let's... Oops, I don't want the bolt spell on there. I want the beam spell. Oh, I must have hit the 4 and the 5 key at the same time, so I lost my beam spell. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's wait to get the beam spell back. That was dumb. I mean, bolt spell's fine. It still gives us mana, but I want to get that. I want that to happen. I don't want anything at level 2. Let's get this gem up. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. Mana shard, mana shard. Boost charge for spells and shrines means I should put stuff like that. Get my spell charges back. Oh, there's a lot of sparks here. A shrine appears on the battlefield. It's probably going to be a shrine of infection, which is not really helpful to me. Let's get that leveled up. It's way down here, too. Oh, that's... I mean, it can hit enemies here. This is not useful at all. We're not going to deal with that. You know what? Let's start making the gem bombs a little more powerful. Let's get this up to a high level. I think this is almost good enough to just run for the whole thing. How's our poison trap doing? Let's punch it to level 7, because that's when it gets the boost from the poison skill, which gives us more, poison damage per gem, but also once it reaches level 7, it gives us an additional 15% boost. Do I want more than one trap? Because right now I just have the one. It should be attacking swarmlings, or at least prioritizing swarmlings, which right now have such low HP. This is overkill. This is really meant to take care of reavers as well as swarmlings. Actually, this is definitely overkill. 1700 damage. Okay, let's make these a little better, huh? No, let's enrage them even more. Will be good. Let's make that a level 8. Alright, we can upgrade this to 9. Yeah, this is going really well. How many waves am I going to deal? 42? That's pretty good. XP, that feels really low. That's alright. My goal is still 150k per level, but I think we're going to do better than that here. I think we're going to get closer to 200k. It doesn't look like it yet, but later waves, of course, give more XP than earlier waves, so this increases exponentially. Alright, let's have a level 10 gem, why not? Whatever, just run it. Let's get some more mana. Actually, there you go. Yeah, so we only have 83 so far, but 150, like, that's basically doubling the XP. We don't need to do another 40 waves. In like 20 waves, we'll double the XP, so I think we'll be fine. This is going to be useless. It's not just that I don't care about the damage to giants. Like, at this point, a talisman of a rarity less than 10 almost always going to be a toss, unless it happens to have a benefit that I want more than something I already have, but it's really rare at this point. Okay, let's make sure. Since I really only have the one trap, I think I should have more than one. Let's put another one here, and let's duplicate the gem. And let's see how long we can last. Let's keep enraging some waves. Let's start upgrading more gems. Okay. Wonder how much this is done. Like 5,000 hit. Not every hit was done when this is at grade 8, but yeah, we're looking at, you know, well, if this was 10 mana per hit, this would be 50,000 mana, but I don't think so. I think it hasn't been doing as much. Okay, if we get this up one more time, we can make a nice level 12 gem. Not too much trouble. Probably be using the beam a little more than we are. Okay, we're starting to run into trouble here, but it's not too bad yet. Okay, I definitely want to then replace this with something. Alright, that breathes some new life into this run. We'll definitely hit 150k. Yeah, we're fine. This is fine. Let's bump this up, and also that. Let's take care of those shields. Alright. I think I should upgrade these a little bit. It's still not great. The swarmlings are still... this will kill a swarmling if it hits them. Let me actually put the beam on here. 30% reloading speed. So adding some more speed is good. Hit some more guys. Although the swarmlings are going to start to have more HP than these. Unless I upgrade them again. 5,000. There we go. That's good. Yep, we hit 200. Let's get some more of that. This is actually going really well. A lot better than I thought it would. My practice runs didn't go this well. I'm saying this as I'm really, really close to death, because I see, like, the giants are just way too strong for me to handle. Uh-huh. Oof. Oof. Alright. I'll tank the hit. It's like it's doing nothing. They're just so strong. 2 million HP. Well, the previous one had like 200,000. What the heck? 2 million HP is like untouchable. Okay, we're dead. We're dead. It's gonna happen. But we got 230,000. 240,000 XP, really. That's good. We're somehow holding on, and there we are. Worthless, worthless. Alright. And that's how it goes. Ooh, 3 level ups. Nice. So goodbye to that. Yeah, our talisman looks kind of crappy. Getting 11% extra XP. That's fine. Alright, let's jump in. Oh, let's level up here. So I definitely have the ability to bring fusion up another spot. So we'll do that. How about the next level? Neat. Alright, well, we got something new here. Sleeping Hive. Releases spawnlings if disturbed. So sleeping hives are a little different than monster nests. So the way the monster nest works, it has monsters that come out of it, but it pulls those monsters from the wave. So 15 reavers, some of them are going to come from here, the rest are going to come from these edges. If you destroy the monster nest, you get the same amount of monsters every wave, they just all come from here. So this provides an alternate source that only comes out as the waves go, but they continually go, and you can destroy this. You cannot destroy the sleeping hive. It will not drop spawnlings from these waves at all. It only drops them if you disturb the spawnling. And since disturb the sleeping hive, I mean. If you disturb it, and you do that either by dropping a gem bomb on it or firing a tower. But since it can't be destroyed, you can eternally send swarmlings out. Why would you do this? Well, for XP. You just get extra XP for killing swarmlings. Now, with the monster nest, if I put a gem next to it, even if the gem isn't set to attack a structure, if there's no one else nearby, it will attack the monster nest. Sleeping Hives, gems will not attack these unless you specifically set target priority structure, which is good, because if I put a gem here and then forget about it and it's attacking this, the swarmlings will just keep coming, and they get stronger with every attack. So eventually you'll have swarmlings that are as strong as giants, given enough time. That's just what would happen. So you only want to attack it a few times, either by using a gem bomb or doing it with a gem. I'm going to do it with a gem so I don't waste as much mana on gem bombs, but I will want to send some guys out just to get more XP. But first things first, what kind of gems I got? Okay, let's make the white gem. Let's do a level 2 white, level 1 red, and then mix it with what we actually want, such as armor tearing. So it's just a little bit of armor tearing. It's mostly about the pool bound right now. Let's block this lower road. I'm going to do it with the tower right... Yeah, this is a good spot. So this tower hits enemies coming through here. It makes the path for the spawnlings very, very low. Very, very short. But I'd rather focus my attention on the enemies coming from here, making their route long, because that's the vast majority of enemies I face. If I make the spawnling path very long, these guys' path will be shorter, which will make the level harder overall. So let's put the gem there. Let's put another tower. Let's put one here. Let's block the spot. And I want... Do I want this exact kind of gem? Let's also block here and here somewhere. So the first gem should always be the mana gem, and then after that should be our first poison trap. But the poison trap's going to have a little bit of red in it, like so. So now we want... Do I want one with this slowing? I don't know if slowing matters to me right now. Not with this setup. Armor tearing is kind of the best deal, because we just have regular mana here. Yeah, let's just make another one of these. I could have just copied and pasted. But I'm just going to stick with this type. 4 of these gems ought to be enough for now. We'll want to trap here as well. That will duplicate. And then let's start. Well, this is as far as we're going to go on the enraging waves for a second. There we go. We'll eventually get this destroyed, but I'll need to upgrade these gems to do that. Actually, just one more upgrade, please. I don't have enough quite yet. There we go. Will this reach? Not quite. Well, I can do it this way. It's going to go for the drop holders. That's good. Alright, I got a free slowing gem. Let's make this into something. It's going to be mostly slowing, but let's put that here. And let's actually put it there. 8% slower. That's fine. Alright, now let's get going. Let's put something over here. We just need a little 2 gem. Set it to structure. Alright. 12 HP is what the swarmlings are at. So they start really, really low. But I'll set it to structure for a bit. And then, yeah, 17, 23, 27. Yeah. Now enemies are getting through, so let's pay attention to the actual level. How's that sound? Let's upgrade those. Alright. Upgrade that. That should clear out some of the smaller guys. Let's go for swarmlings instead of giants. Another problem is these are still very low-level gems. Sure, 1.14 to damage, especially from the pool bound, but that's not enough. Yeah, almost missed that guy. Let's start enraging waves a little more. Level 8 pool bound. It's fine. Alright, it's level 4. Level 4 at least. Let's go to level 8. Nice. That should be enough. now. Let's go structure for a bit. Alright, how much are they? HP? They're still getting killed immediately. 100 something. How much XP? I just don't get to see it long enough. 27 HP per swarmling? That's alright. It's not really going up right now. Here, let's not fire at them. It's not going up very much. Let's bump these up a bit. How about this? This should be a level 7. Yeah, about 1,000 poison damage. It's good enough for any enemy except giants. So maybe this one's swarmlings, but this one is just whoever's got the least hit points left in case a bunch of enemies are on top. Let's just have that. We should destroy this. Let's go here, attack structure. Attack the drop holders, destroy the dwelling. Am I going to get anything else in the drop holders? No, apparently not. Cool. Okay. Pretty good to go here. Let's structure for a second. How strong are these guys at the moment? 758. Yeah, we're still fine. Okay, how much XP? 29 XP per... That's not really that high. Ooh, okay, yeah, see, they're starting to break through. That's not great. Alright, how much we got? 1.69 the damage and specials. That's fine, I guess. Okay, we're good for the rest of the level, I think. If you guys go for the highest armor... Yeah. Let's get a little bit more. And you go to level 11. Okay. So this is more than we had in the previous level. That level ended at about 80,000. So I think we can hit 200k again. There are numberless swarmling in that sleeping hive waiting to be awakened. Another dark asset of the forgotten. I'm sure of it. What else would it be? So that's how she spent her days every time after she broke free and before she was trapped again. She's gathering an army. What's this one? That's also worthless to me. Okay, endurance mode. Let's go. This should have higher firing speed. Okay. This should have higher firing speed. Let's get a bit more in the swarmling department. 5,000 HP on these swarmlings. All right. This guy will take care of him. All right, here, 113k. All right, bring it on. Swarmlings with 1,000 HP, so this isn't going to quite kill him anymore. Unless I upgrade the thing. I can upgrade these both. That's going to kill him. But not for much longer. It does sort of feel like the poison traps are going to outlive their usefulness very soon. Okay, so far so good. And these guys all have a lot of markings. These should probably be at a higher level. What's that mana pool level? I can get up to level 12, I guess. Yeah, this would basically double the power. Here, let's do another one of these. How are we doing down here? How much it costs? 138? This isn't going to be quite enough. Yeah. Just need a little bit more mana, and then I can upgrade this directly without having to combine a gem. That's the idea here. I think we got it. I think we got this. Alright, let's upgrade now. Alright. Upgrade to 12. 2.12 to damage and specials. That's pretty good, I guess. I mean, the special's not as big a deal. It's nice that it cuts off 200 armor every time. These guys should start cutting off more armor, though. Because the whole point with you is you do armor. Alright. Oh, I'm already over 200,000, so I hit my goal. Alright. I should probably do this. Don't think we'll make it all that much longer, but it does look like I'll hit 250k. I'm not getting super overwhelmed yet. Upgraded this is 276. That's not happening, but we can get that upgraded. That's going pretty well. Hold on, let's get some more mana. How much are we getting per shot? 14? Okay, now it's a problem. The giants are just way too strong. Ooh. Oh my gosh, how much HP they got now? 2 million? Yeah, it's just kind of 2 million is just kind of hard to beat. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what? Go for it. Oh, I was gonna say attack the Sleeping Hive. Just bring it on, man. If I'm losing, just let it happen. Oh, actually, we survived that. That was weird. I thought I would totally die there. I'm gonna hasten the end once we get to there. This is gonna attack the Sleeping Hive like crazy. Once this mana shard is taken care of. That's, this is going very well. Not sure why. I mean, I'm happy it's going well. This is really, really good. I just don't know what I'm doing to make it better than the last time I played this level. Some of it could be luck, of course. Like, depending on where the giant waves, like these 3 in a row is going to be a problem. But depending on where they go. And even, okay, now it feels like the end. Now it definitely feels like the end. Yeah, these guys are just too strong. How much HP? 15 million? Come on, man. I'm doing 10,000 damage on average. You know what? Bring it on. Bring on the swarmlings. Bring on the end. Let's hasten it. Haha. How much? 112,000? Yeah. 248,000? A million HP on a swarmling? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. 6 million? 13 million. Anyway, that was just fun. That's not good. That's alright, because initial mana, although it's not as good as it used to be. Let's see what we got in our talisman, though. Okay. How many? 164? So close. Talisman. Okay, goodbye here. This is at level 14. Initial mana. Oh, yeah, this is pathetic. I don't want that, so goodbye. Initial mana, and upgrade it all the way. 72 initial mana is fine. How much? 359? So basically doubling the base rate, which is 360. Okay. 11% XP, 52% of wizard level, which means an additional 90. That felt like a good level. We have enough to upgrade our fusion one more time, which we will do. How about field M3? How about field M3? Alright, so we have a nice long complicated route here, which we can make even more complicated. By dropping... I'm going to drop towers here to go around, and then one here, and then here. It'll go. Let's block that. This won't be blocked with the tower, because that would be the end of that. Around... Okay, so let's make sure the end of our setup, we have nice critical hit gems. That's where that's going to go. Put a tower there. That's... How many more towers do I want to be building? That's the thing. Let's enrage the waves. Yeah, the critical hit gem is what's going to help us get even further into an endurance. So I'm going to say 300k is a possibility on this level as well. So let's get our mana bleaching gem first. Let's do a pure armor tearing. This guy's only going to attack whoever's got the highest armor at the moment. Now, it's going to be kind of useless right now because it's such a low-level gem, but a high level is going to hit a bunch of guys. And you know what? Let's put some just pure slowing gems attacking randomly in both spots. And then let's mix yellow-purple for pure damage. For now, that should be good. And let's put a trap here with poison. Start there. Alright, let's get our mana up. Let's upgrade, just in case enemies get this far. They're probably not going to. There's just too much down here. And we'll run it a bit. This is going to be fine. Put that to 6. Okay, let's drop some more traps. I'm going to drop them at all these corners they walk in. Like that. As much as possible. Make them take the long way. They won't all be poison traps, though. Let's alternate 1, 2, 3 poison traps. Let's do pure armor tearing traps, why not? And so it's even more. I'm just really going all in on the armor tearing. Cool. Is that fine? That's fine. Alright. So the traps will take off a bunch of armor, but so will this guy just hitting enemies that, you know, didn't hit the trap or still have a lot of armor after all that. This still doesn't have any hits, but that's okay. I'm prepping for when he'll need them. Alright, let's get these all up to 4 at the very least. That up to 7. And we're off. Shrine. Shrine's probably going to be a useless one. Let's drop this structure. There we go. Let's just put you there. Why not? Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Easy. Easy as pie. Uh-huh. Let's just have a nice high-level guy here. Okay, so it looks like a lot of guys are breaking through. Not for long. I should probably upgrade the traps. They're at really low levels. Well, let's break through these giants and see what happens here. Okay. Upgrade again. Alright. Running into a little trouble. Okay, so far so good. Okay, that took care of him. 6, 6, 6. Or 6 or 7. To level 7, so that's a good amount. Let's upgrade the armor tearing, shall we? Yeah, let's upgrade the armor tearing a bit. There. Uh-huh. Oh, what's this? Oh, critical hit. That's an okay shrine. It's not really aimed at the best spot. But this should be good. What do we got? 75% chance to deal 14 times the damage. I'll take... Wait, what's this down here? Shrine of Wisdom. It's also not really situated amazingly. Alright, let's keep going. Let's get you there. Let's get these up to 6 at least. Mm-hmm. Alright, what we got? Let's see if we can get up to, I mean, at least 200,000 I think is almost guaranteed, but let's see if we can get to 300k. It'll depend on how well my critical hit gems do. If I can get that one up to level 12, we'll be good. Let's level these up to 6 at least. Alright, this is a little bit overwhelming. Nope, it wasn't. I lied. It was totally fine. Okay. There we go. Level 12, 80% chance. Now, critical hit gems top out at 80% chance. If I keep leveling this up, which is possible, even though 12 is the highest I can go here, you can keep upgrading beyond 12 indefinitely. It's obviously way too expensive, and it's never going to happen, but if you get to level 13, for instance, it's still going to be 80% chance. It's just that the amount of damage will go up. So this is basically just going to deal a critical hit multiple times a second. Oh, let's get some of these going. And that critical hit's going to be about 20 times the damage. So this has potential to do 100,000 damage per shot. That's just what we're going to have. Is this going to do anything valuable for me? Like, maybe? Doesn't really feel like I want to use the shrine all that much. So now let's upgrade you, because the chance of getting this to 13 is better if I get these both to 12 and then combine them, rather than try to store up 274,000 mana in one big bucket. Let's have these be at higher levels as well. Okay. Let's actually keep on. Seems like we're doing alright, but once we get those like 2 million, okay, like this right here, 5 million hit points, that's gonna be a problem, because yeah, I can do 100,000 damage at most per shot, minus armor, of course, but that's still, if I hit for 100,000, I would still need to hit 50 times? 50 times per giant. That's assuming it's a perfect max amount every time. The average is actually going to be more like 60,000 damage. So I'm going to have to hit them like 100 times to kill them. That is going to be annoying. Of course, having multiple of these gems will help. The bolt spell isn't going to do much. It's double the damage. It's a little more than double the damage, really. Actually, it's a bit more than double the damage. About almost 2.5 times the damage going towards. Okay, yeah, so, like, this is not great. Survivable so far. Let's actually make the orb do a little better. Oh, yeah, that's right, beacons. Oh, doggone it. Only 4 million for those guys, wow. Oh, I said it was going to be 5 million, maybe I was wrong. They do heal a lot per minute. I have no way to reduce their healing. Okay, so I said I'd never get a level 13 gem. It is not outside the realm of possibility that I do that right now. I would need about 50,000 more mana in my crib. This is going... Okay, there's the 5 million. Yeah, so it's knocking down quite a bit, but it's still taking a long time, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these guys here. So freezing and doing this is only going to go so far. And yeah, it's great, but now I got a bunch more of them here. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh my goodness. This is, running the ragged edge of disaster here. These giants are fast for giants. Holy crap. Yeah, so these giants will break through. They'll take a ton of mana off. So I'm just going to say... Holy crap, are these... Oh, those are just really, really powerful Reavers. So if we just let these guys through and just deal with it. Now I've back down to 90,000 mana. And now I got all this to deal with. How much? 60,000 on a Swarmling? Dang. Will this guy just ever die? Alright, now I gotta deal with this little asshole. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it to the next level. That would have been fun to see. But hey, we did make it to 300,000 on the XP chart. Okay, this looks like the beginning of the end here. And that's why they all got shields, is because this stupid beacon over here. Wow, that's so mean. 1 XP gain, that's alright. I like an XP gain. It's, we'll see what I have in my circular talisman fragments, though. $166 out of 180. 1 XP. So this is 3 XP gained. If I upgrade this all the way, it's probably going to be 3. 3 XP gain. These all have things I want, though. So let's see what it is if I upgrade it. It's 4 XP gain, so at least that's a little better. So bump it to 12%. I'll take it. Skills-wise, do I have enough to go? I don't quite have enough here, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop Masonry down to 10. That'll give me enough skill points to bump Fusion up to 24. That's more important to me because I'm spending more on gems than I am on towers. So this is the most important skill to upgrade. And I got it to where I wanted it. I'm actually going to stop here. I'm not going to stop here. I'm just going to, put a little break, make another video, because this one's already going on 45 minutes, and there's 4 more levels in this hex tile. So that's more than double what we've done. So I'm going to make a separate video to do the rest of that. So for me, it's only going to be 10 seconds, but for you, it's going to be however long I decide between publishing videos, and you're just going to have to wait for them. Really not much you can do about it. So yeah, I'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody, and goodbye.